Hey, how you doing, everybody? Hope everybody is doing great. Got a little EDC, a little knife, a little Ozark Trail knife there going for you. So, before we get into all that, if you would do that, please, I'd really appreciate it. And just hit that subscribe. You watch the videos, but you're not subscribed. But why? Oh, why would you not be subscribed? Now, I know I said in other videos when I showed the Ozark Trail pieces that I said I'm done with the Ozark Trail stuff. I don't need all this Ozark Trail stuff. I saw this, I couldn't resist it because the knife is made after. I'm not gonna pay 100 and some more dollars for it because it's very similar to another knife. If you know that knife, you would know. Also, I saw some people making some videos about this and saying some kind of ish about it. So, it is what it is. But hey, if you like this stuff, it was with tax and everything like 8 something. It was 7 something. The packaging now that they have is kind of different. So it's different, the packaging is just different. But I don't know how I feel about this because with the other packaging, you got to see the blade more. But it's all right. It is what it is, like I said. Now, before we open this, I know there's gonna be a lot of people. I'm looking around. I'm trying to find something to put that up against. I got a little thing over here. I'm trying to stand it up so we can look at it as I talk. But now I saw somebody. There's always gonna be somebody bad mountain Ozark Trails. Now I'm not saying it's the most amazing knife ever. I actually saw someone break it in half, which is hilarious because if you take the knife that this is made after, you could do the exact same thing. So it was kind of like silly and pointless just to badmouth something that gives somebody else joy. If you don't like it, it's all right. Don't buy it. If you buy it just to, ish on it, why? Why take somebody else's joy away? It's EDC. There's something in this for everybody. If this is what you can afford in life, buy it. If this is this what you like, buy it. What's the difference, right? I do have my Swiss Tech that I absolutely love, but I do have a couple of Ozark Trail ones that I like a lot too. So I'm not gonna ish on it. Is it gonna be a knife I carry constantly and I do all kinds of tasks with? No. But if it's gonna be like that. Now, this is the Ozark Trail Glacier 7.5-inch folding knife, ball bearing opening, and polyurethane handle. So it's a polyurethane handle if you're wiring it. It's not like it's a polyurethane handle. And as you can see, there's some features on it that would be for knife shaft lock. That's what they're saying. It is a knife shaft lock, is what they're saying. I'm gonna take out my Victorinox. It's the red Victorinox, not the silver one. I do have to see. I cleaned the scissors from the last time, and then I had to cut some tape the other day. I didn't clean the scissors again, so there you go. And I'm gonna test a theory that the person that was talking smack about this said, because I think it was done. It was done to give the illusion that this knife. This is some thick plastic, man. The Victorinox scissors cut through anything fast, and it's just having a heck of a time doing it. But I do want to test that theory that person said, because I think it was quite funny. Because I'm pretty sure they were just, bad mouthing to make a video so they could bad mouth. That's all I think they were doing. To be honest, now close the scissors. I don't want to go stabbing myself. I stabbed myself in the finger the other day, and it wasn't even with a knife. It was taking a watch off my hand, and the edge of it was a little sharp, and I'm getting stuff all over the place here, making a mess. The edge of it was a little sharp, so it kind of sliced me up a little bit. Now, there it is. I like the tip on it. And let me get into the particulars over here. So it's a 3.25-inch blade steel, 4.5 0.25 inch polyurethane handle, slide lock, and reversible pocket clip, which on a lot of the other Ozark Trail ones is not this switchable. What do you call it? So I never used this before, so I'm just getting used to it. So excuse me if you're sitting there going, why does he do it like that? No, I never had a, what did they call this again? Reverse pocket clip slide. Oh, slide lock. It's a slide lock. That's what they're saying. It's a slide lock. There is no speed safe thing over here, so it's just flicky of the finger. It's a little bit tight, so you know it's gonna be a little bit hard to do. But you can see it here. It's lightweight. It's not a tremendous amount of weight. You know, I was gonna test that theory, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. But like it's a polyurethane handle. There's not metal in here to support the handle, and that's why that person that snapped the knife was able to snap the knife. And the really expensive one don't have that either. So if you pretty much put this in a door bent, it would pretty snap too. So that was kind of pointless because anybody that knows knives know that one would snap too. But it does have a reversible pocket clip. You just put the little spring slide thing down. You do have the thumb screws over here, but you could take the pocket clip and you can move it to this side. You do have a nice little lanyard clip if you feel like doing that. And you do have some nice little jimping up on top. It's not like if you turn it this way, you don't see the jimping. Like that's the cool part about this. Like I like that design on it because you know you don't need to hit that to do that, but you just need to do that if you're gonna do it like that. It's hard from doing it behind the camera, but anyway, it does have a little bit of jimping up here, as you can see right there. So you have the jimping there if you need it, right there. I like it. Yes, I keep going to hit the lock thing. Yes, it does collapse a little. It's polyurethane. I mean, you know, you're not gonna go beat the hell out of it. Oh, what I was saying was I like the way the jimping is down low, so you don't really see it. But I like the design of it. Now, the person that opened it and broke it and everything, he was saying, if he wants to come at me, whatever, let people enjoy what they want to enjoy, right? Not all this blah blah blah. He said, "Oh, it's so unsharp. I could just look. I'm pushing my hand on it." He kept doing that. Now, I just put my hand on it. I didn't put pressure on it, but I did put my hand on it, and it wasn't cutting my hand. No, because I wasn't putting that much pressure on it. But he said it was completely dull. You couldn't cut your finger with it. You couldn't cut anything with it. Well, maybe he got a different one than me, because as you can see, that's cutting. And it's cutting pretty good. Now, this is a thin piece of paper. I didn't double up the paper or anything. It's just a thin little notebook paper. It is not slipping or sliding. As you can see, it is doing a good job. So it's not so dull that you can just run your damn finger on it and not cut yourself. So that just debunked that nonsense right there. Just blow a little piece of paper out of my way. So that debunked that. The finish, it's got a little bit of like silver coming through. It's $8 with tax. Well, 8 something with tax. What did you expect? I'm not expecting it to be as good as a $100 knife. I'm not even expecting it to be as good as a $40 knife, let alone a $100 knife, a $50 knife, whatever. You do have some screws for adjustment, and you can adjust the actual pivot right here. So if you want it a little looser so you can deploy it better, of course you can. So I like it. It looks cool. I like the off-white to it. It kind of gives that tech look to it. You know me. I like everything to be all blacked out, but hey, sometimes doing something like this is just fine, you know? Because my microphone kind of collapses over, so. But If you heard the little banging, it was just me adjusting the mic. But there you have it. I think it's a cool knife. I'm really glad to have it. I will use it. I will put it through its paces. So there, please everybody, don't just poop on everybody's thing. If they love it, they love it. Just leave it go. All right? And Legos, have a great EDC day.